So we're going to start in sitting today, and we're going to start with a little bit of breath work. So we're at really high stress times with the COVID, with the elections, with the possible, hurricane headed towards us, or I think it's a tropical storm now, but still it's
Don't
stressful.
say it. Don't say it.
It's not coming. So we're going to start in a seated position and we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing. So there's a physiological response to your breath that is calming and relaxing. So let's start there today. So find an easy seated position, one where your spine is at ease. Remember, if it feels like a struggle or a strain in your spine, you can sit up on a pillow or sit up on a block. It just takes some of the strain out of your spine. We're going to extend your right hand and put out your first finger and your thumb. We're going to bring your thumb and put it on your right nostril. As you take a deep breath in through your nose on the left, fill your lungs to the bottom. And then cover your left nostril with that first finger and release the thumb off of your right nostril and slowly let the air drizzle out of the right. We're going to inhale through the right, cover the right, release the left, and exhale slowly. Inhale through the left, cover the left, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Cover the right. Exhale slowly through the left. Inhale through the left. Cover the left and exhale slowly through the right. Try to bring your awareness to the sensation of the air as it enters in through that right nostril, covering the right, releasing the left, slowly exhaling through that left. Inhale through the left, cover the left and slowly exhale through the right. Inhale through the right, cover the right, slowly exhale through the left. One more round on each side, inhaling through the left, covering the left and exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right, covering the right and exhaling through the left. Just release your hands so that the back of your hands come to rest on the top of your knees. Resume your normal breathing pattern. Bring your awareness to where your body touches the floor. Bring your awareness to the breath as it enters fully into your lungs. As you exhale, try to release any thoughts of the future, any thoughts from the past, and just be here for a moment with your breath. Deep inhales, slow exhales. Take a deep inhale, really lengthen your spine like you're trying to reach the top of your head towards the ceiling. With an exhale, gently let your chin drop down to your chest. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, gently bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Bring the awareness to the feeling of that stretch between your left ear and the tip of your left shoulder. With an exhale, let your head drop back, your chin rises up towards the ceiling. With your next exhale, your left ear comes to your left shoulder. Your right ear to the tip of your right shoulder is where you should feel that stretch. And breathe. Lastly, ending with your chin back down to your chest. As you inhale, raise your chin up to a neutral position. Let your arms float up to the ceiling. Shoulder blades come down your back. It's not time for Shavasana yet, Lola. Take a deep inhale. Reach up through your fingertips. Keep your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. As you exhale, take your right hand to the floor, reach over with your left. So you can keep walking those fingers of your right hand out towards the wall on your right side, but try to push down into your left hip. Look up at your left arm if it doesn't bother your neck. Stay right there, opening that rib cage, or take your left arm down and behind you, like a sailor's pose, tucking your hand into the crease between your right thigh and your belly, and rotate your chest up to face the ceiling. Just a little bit deeper of a stretch, still opening the rib cage. Wherever you are, close your eyes and feel it. One more deep inhale here, one more slow exhale. If you've bound that pose with that left arm behind you, gently take it back up to the ceiling, and then bring your right arm up to meet it, straightening your spine. Shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Same thing to the other side with an exhale. Left hand to the floor, reach up and over with your right arm. Look up at your arm if that doesn't bother your neck. Push down into your right hip and feel that stretch through your rib cage as you take a deep inhale. Stay here, or with an exhale, take your right arm behind you, tucking it into the crease between your thigh and your belly, and then turn your chest up to face the ceiling. Breathe. No struggles, no strains. Deep inhale here. Exhale. See if you can take it a little further, walking your left hand out towards the left. Don't let that right hip lift from the floor. If you've bound the pose, go ahead and take it up to the ceiling and then bring the left up to meet it. Brilliant. Take a deep inhale here, and with an exhale, just lean forward, bringing your hands to the floor, bringing your forehead towards the floor. Deep inhales, slow exhales. Breathe so that your belly expands. You feel it gently pressing into your thighs. As you exhale, slowly bring your chest to the right, folding over your right leg. Once you get to the position of where you're folded over, try to walk your left hand out just a little bit further than your right hand. Feel that gentle opening through that left-sided rib cage. Push down into your left hip to keep it from lifting up from the floor, and breathe. Breathe deeply. Exhale slowly. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, walk it back to the center. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. Take a deep inhale here, and with an exhale, we're going to walk over to the left leg. Bring your awareness to the depth of your breath, or the feeling of that rib cage, walking your right hand out just a little bit further than your left, pushing down on that right hip. Breathe. No struggles, no strains. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, walk your chest back to the center. And then slowly bring your hands to your knees. Use your arms to bring your spine back to straight. Just feel the aliveness in the spine. We're going to straighten your right leg out to the floor. So move slowly. Some of you are still just a little stiff from waking up. So straighten out that right leg and then engage it. Pull the toes back gently. Push the back of your knee down into the floor and feel the beginning of that stretch. If this feels like struggle or strain in your back, then just sit up on a block or sit up on a pillow. As you inhale, let your arms rise up towards the ceiling, shoulder blades down and away from your ears. As you exhale, fold halfway forward. So point your fingers to where the wall meets the ceiling. Look through your fingers. And then as you inhale, reach out. As you exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands to the bottom of your right foot, or to the ankle, or to the calf. Wherever they reach is perfectly fine. No struggles, no strains. Each inhale, lengthen your spine, and with each exhale, see if you can fold further forward without letting your knee rotate out. So you want to keep the kneecap pointing straight up to the ceiling. If you gently push down into the back of your knee, You'll be releasing the hamstring to let you go a little bit further. And breathe. Deep inhales, slow exhales. Slowly unfolding, bringing yourself back up. Bringing the bottoms of your feet together, a seated cobbler's pose. Lengthening your spine with an inhale. So you can take your hands and put them on your knees and just let the weight of your arms drop your knees closer to the floor. You can slide your feet further out in front of you. If your back feels like it's in struggle or strain, sit up on a block or slide those feet further away from you. Take a deep inhale. Lola just moved the camera. I love you, Lola. She's a director now. As you exhale, fold further forward. Or stay right there, just gently trying to bring your knees towards the floor. You may want to butterfly your knees, just gently bouncing them up and down. That feels really good and helps to loosen and open them. Lengthening your spine with an inhale, slowly exhaling, folding further forward. If it's available to you, without pain, without struggle, and without strain. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, release, bringing yourself back up. That's Lola's squeaky toy in the background. That's perfectly fine. And then straighten out the left leg. We'll do the same on the other side. We're moving slowly, we're moving gently. It's early in the morning for those of us taking the live class. Start with your toes, pull gently back. Gently push down the knee into the floor so you can get a nice straight leg. Then bring attention to your spine. If it feels like it's not at ease, lift yourself from the floor by putting a block or a pillow underneath of you. Inhaling your arms up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down and away from your back. Exhaling, falling halfway forward, pointing your fingers to where the wall meets the ceiling. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, fold forward. Make sure that that kneecap has stayed pointing straight up towards the sky. Gently push down into the back of your knee and feel that gentle stretch in the hamstring. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. Breathe deep into your belly, lengthening your spine, creating space so that as you exhale, you may fall just a little bit further forward if it's available to you. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly begin to unfold, bringing the bottoms of your feet back together for another seated cobbler's pose. And breathe. Deep inhales, slow exhales. Folding further forward if it's available to you. Remember, no struggle or strain in the back. Each inhale, lengthen as if you were trying to reach your head out. As you exhale, gently fold further forward if it's available to you. Breathe. Breathe into the tightness. Imagine that you're expanding that area with your breath. And as you exhale, slowly release. So you can either use a strap wrapped around the bottom of your right foot or grab the big toe of your right foot with the first two fingers of your right hand. And as you exhale, straighten that leg out. So you can use the strap, that's perfectly fine. Try to get your leg nice and straight and try to get your shoulder blade down and away from your ear. See if you can raise it up a little bit higher. No struggle or strain in the shoulder or in the back. Take it out to the side, place it down, and turn to face your leg. So taking a deep inhale, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, just fold forward over that right leg if it doesn't cause pain. Breathe. Breathe deeply in. As you exhale, lengthen. See if you can make that leg straight. Keep it active. Pull the toes back. Gently push the back of your knee into the floor. You can hold on to the bottom of your foot with a strap or with your hands. Breathe. Bring your focus to what it is you feel, the stretch or the depth of your breath. As you exhale, release tension, release trying. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly unfold. We're going to bring it back to that cobbler's pose just for a minute for transition. Inhaling, lengthening, exhaling, folding forward. Inhale, exhale, coming back straight up. Taking the same thing on the other side. Either the first two fingers of your left hand wrapped around your big toe, or a strap, a belt, a dog leash, whatever you have, straighten that leg out. So you're getting a little bit of a hamstring stretch. You're getting a little bit of distraction in your shoulder. So this is a good stretch for both the hamstrings and the shoulder. See if you can take it up a little higher without struggle in the back. Take it out to the side and then put it down right next to your doggy's nose. Turn and face your chest towards that leg. And then as you exhale, fold forward over it. Close your eyes for a moment. Gently push down into the back of your knee. That helps to deactivate your hamstring. And breathe. Close your eyes for a moment and bring your attention to this moment, to this breath, to that stretch. And breathe. Deep inhales, slow exhales. One more deep inhale here, one more slow exhale, and then slowly begin to unfold. Move slowly, let your spine just relax. Bringing your feet back together one more time for our final Baddha Konasana. Take a deep inhale, lengthening, exhale, slowly folding forward. As you exhale, slowly bring yourself back up. So this next one, you're going to have choices here. For those of you who are looking for more of a challenge, grab the big toe of each of your feet with the first two fingers of the corresponding hand. Feel like an IKEA direction booklet here. Right fingers wrapped around right big toe, left fingers wrapped around left big toe, straighten your legs out. So you can either hold that or just have your hands behind your knees, lifting your chest up towards the sky. Whoops, and that's what happens.
I wobbled.
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. So you have choices. Find the one that's appropriate for you, where you can bring your focus back to your breath. Lift your chest, and then bring your legs back down. Spreading your legs out wide into a wide angle. I'll move over a bit. You stay right where you are. So this is one that's very difficult for me to get my legs really wide and protect my spine. So I usually sit up on a block when I do this, but today I'm just bringing my legs closer together. The wider they are apart, the more I need that block so that my spine feels at ease. Protect your spine. Inhale your arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, bringing your hands to the floor. Gently pushing the back of your knees down towards the floor. I can really feel that on my left leg. So sometimes you're going to feel it more on one side than the other. Be respectful of your body. Don't push it. Find the beginning of your stretch and breathe into the areas that feel tight or restricted. As you exhale slowly, you're giving your body permission to relax. You can keep your hands right there or bring your hands to the feet. Wherever you are, just breathe. Breathe into the tightness. Expand it with your breath. As you exhale, slowly release. Release the tension, release the trying, release the judgment. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, bring both hands over to your right leg. Your chest facing that right leg, kneecap pointing straight up, fold forward over your right leg. Breathe. Bring your focus and attention to what it is you feel. Close your eyes and just be with this sensation. The depth of your breath or the feeling of the stretch. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, separate your hands back to opposite feet. So your right hand to your right foot, your left hand to your left foot. Continue gently pushing your knees down into that floor. With your next exhale, take both hands over to your left leg, your chest facing that leg, folding gently over it. Keep pushing down into the backs of your knees. Breathe. Lengthen your spine with an inhale. With an exhale, fold forward, if that's available to you. Take a deep breath here. With an exhale, bring your hands to the corresponding foot. Tab A in slot B. Lengthen as you inhale, as you exhale, fold forward. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, bring yourself back over to the right leg. Now you have a choice here. You can either stay just like this or take the back of your right hand into the right ankle, the inside of your right ankle. Gently push the back of your right hand into it. Take your left arm up to the ceiling and then bring it behind your back, tucking it into the crease between your thigh and your belly on the right. Lifting your chest up, turning it towards the ceiling, gently pushing the back of that right hand into that right ankle, or just fold over it like you did the very first time. Just adding a little bit of rotation here. Make sure that you have equal weight on your sit bones. Tendency is to lift that left one from the floor. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then if you bound the pose, slowly bring that left arm out and face that right leg again, folding over it, and then slowly bringing yourself up. We're going to do the same to the other side, but let's go forward first, folding forward with an exhale, hands on the bottom of your feet. Breathing, lengthening with an inhale, exhaling slowly. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, turn your chest to face your left leg. Both hands on that leg. You can stay right there or take your left hand, the back of it, and push in to the inside of your left ankle. Inhale your right arm up to the ceiling. Take that right arm behind you, tuck it into the crease between your belly and your left thigh, and then turn your chest up towards the sky. Breathe. Close your eyes and bring your attention back to what it is you feel, back to the depth of your breath. No struggles and no strain. Make sure that right hip doesn't raise up off the ground if you're rotating. One more breath here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly bring, if you've bound the pose, bring your right hand back over to face that left. Slowly unfolding. One more time, falling forward. Inhaling your arms straight up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down your back, bringing your hands to the floor in front of you, or separating them to their corresponding feet. And just notice, you may feel like, I was able to go a little bit further. That's really great. That's brilliant. One more deep inhale. Really lengthen your spine. One more slow exhale. And then slowly begin to unwind. We're going to bring your left leg in so that the palm of your left foot is pointing towards your right leg. We're going to bring your right leg in to meet it. Holding on to the holding on to your big toe with the first two fingers of your right hand or with your strap. Take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, see if you can bring that leg straight up to the sky. Shoulder blades down and away from your ear. Healthy spine. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, bring that foot to the floor, the big toe side of your right foot to the floor. So your left foot's going to rest right on top of your right thigh. Lengthen your spine with an inhale. As you exhale, turn to your left. So you can push your hands down into the floor to help you get that nice, tall, and lengthened spine. That's perfectly fine. Stay right here, or with an exhale, come down to your elbows. Find an expression of the pose that you can hold with ease. You can really feel that around the bottom of your right rib cage, the top of your right hip. Stay right here, or with an exhale, come all the way down to your chest. Wherever you are, take a deep breath. Feel it as it enters your body. As you exhale, stay right where you are, or take your left hand back, grabbing onto your right ankle and pulling that ankle up towards your shoulder for the full expression of the pose.
Wherever you are, breathe. Breathe deep to your belly. Exhale. See if you can just melt. Just release 10% of the tightness. Don't try to let it all go with one breath. Find your breath. Find the ease. If you've bound the pose by holding on to that ankle or foot, release that. Slowly take your arms to the floor. Slowly press yourself up. We'll do the same on the opposite side. So straightening your left leg out, the right foot looking in towards the left thigh. We're going to grab onto the big toe or wrap the strap around the bottom of the foot. First, lengthen your spine. Get it nice and straight. So as you exhale, you can lift that foot from the floor, that leg from the floor, then pull your shoulder blade down and away from your ear. Lengthen your spine. Lift your chest. Take a deep inhale as you exhale. Bring that big toe side of your foot to the floor. So now your right foot is rested on top of your left thigh. The big toe side of your left foot is down flat. If this bothers your knee, just skip it. As you exhale, turn to your right. Push down on the floor to lengthen your spine. Stay there, or with an exhale, come down to your elbows. No struggles, no strains. You may take a couple of deep inhales and slow exhales and then move on to the next position, or you might just stay right where you are. Stay here, or with an exhale, come all the way down to your chest. Breathe. Breathe into the tightness, breathe into any restrictions you feel. Stay here, or with an exhale, bind the pose by reaching back with your right hand, grabbing onto your ankle and gently pulling it up towards your shoulder. Take one deep breath and feel your belly expand. Feel your belly pressing in to that thigh. As you exhale, melt. One more deep inhale here. With an exhale, if you bound the pose, release the foot. Start to push yourself up to your elbows, up to your hands, and then back to a straight spine with both legs straight out in front of you. Toes pulled back, heels reaching forward. If it feels like struggle or strain, sit up on a block, or even just push your hands down into the floor. That helps to lengthen your spine, creating space. Inhaling your arms up to the ceiling, lengthen. As you exhale, fall forward. Hands to the bottoms of your feet or to your ankles, wherever they find themselves. This is another place where you can use a strap. Kneecaps pointed straight up towards the ceiling, gently pushing the back of your knees down and towards the floor. You're doing great. Let go of your thoughts of the future or the past and just take one inhale. Lengthen your spine. Be fully present as the air leaves your body, melting any tension. Breathe. Slowly releasing, bringing yourself back up to an easy seated position. Taking an easy seated position in whatever way you like, sitting in a chair, sitting cross-legged. We're going to come back to that alternate nostril breathing, just another check-in with the breath. Breath is a really powerful tool for helping to lower stress hormones, cortisol. When you lower the stress hormones, your immunity is brought through the roof. So let's just take a moment before we get up and do our more strenuous part of the class. So extending your right arm, first finger and thumb extended. Take your thumb and cover your right nostril. Lengthen your spine and breathe in through your left nostril, lengthening the spine, breathing into the belly as you cover the left nostril with your first finger. Exhale slowly out of your right. We're going to inhale through the right to the bottom of your lungs, cover the right, and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left,
Cover the left and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Cover the right and exhale through the left. Bring all of your awareness to the breath as it enters through the left. Cover your left nostril and bring all your awareness to the breath as it exits the right. And then slowly release. Just take a moment to be with a full breath. Opening your eyes, crossing your legs at the ankles, just hug your knees into your chest. Drop your chin towards your chest. So we'll be doing child's pose as a transition between our sun salutations, or as a break, really, not a transition. But this is an alternate to the child's pose. If your child's pose bothers your knees, don't do it. Sit down, pull your knees into your chest, drop your chin down, and breathe into your belly so that you feel your rib cage expanding out to the back and out to the sides. So we're going to release your arms from around your knees. We're going to keep your ankles crossed. And you know what we're going to do next. We're going to stand gracefully from the floor without using your arms. Gracefully. So I'm going to grab a chair because we're going to do sun salutations into the warrior series. So my warrior series, I'm going to do in a chair as Chris does it in the standard way. We're all going to do that through the sun salutations. We're going to do 3 sun salutations. One just going a full sun salutation. The second one, we're going to do a sun salutation to a warrior series on one side. The third one is a sun salutation with a warrior series on the other side. Be gentle with yourself. If this doesn't feel right for you, just sit down and make fun of what I'm wearing. It doesn't matter. Breathe. That's what matters. So sun salutations. Your toes are spread wide. Your feet are underneath of your knees. Your knees are underneath of your hips. Let your arms be by your side with the palms facing forward and just take a centering breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Your next inhale, let your arms rise up to the sky and just arch back a little bit. Look up and between your hands. As you exhale, fold forward from your hips as if someone was cutting you in half at your belt. Remember, if you have a bad back, just bend your knees. When your fingertips touch the floor, then straighten out your legs. Take a deep inhale, lift your head and shoulders to a flat back. You can have your hands resting on your calves or your thighs to support you if you like. As you exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, step back with your right foot, step back with your left foot. You can be on your knees for this plank if you'd like. Turn the creases of your elbows forward to secure your shoulders. And as you exhale, lower to the floor. Your elbows brush right up against your rib cage in chaturanga. And then inhale to up dog or cobra, lifting your knees from the floor or not. Your shoulders pressed down. Look up to the ceiling with your eyes. And then take it back to the floor and back to down dog. Breathe. Push the back of your knees towards the back of the room. Try to bring your chest a little closer to your thighs. Squeeze your biceps and your triceps and let your head do what? Everybody say it together. Dangle. Breathe. Look forward to your hands, and you're going to either jump or step your feet to meet your hands. Straightening your legs for a forward fold. Slowly rounding up one vertebra at a time. Leaving your chin resting on your chest until your spine is straight. Let your arms rise up. Let your head rise up. With your arms, look up and back. Arching gently. As you exhale, folding forward, bringing your fingertips to the floor. Bend your knees if you need to. When your fingertips touch, then you straighten them out. Breathe. Inhale, raise your head and shoulders to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back with your left leg, step back with your right leg into plank. You can be on your knees, creases of your elbows turn forward. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Push down into the floor, lengthen your neck, look up to the sky. Exhale to the floor and back to down dog. Push the back of your knees to the back of the room. Try to bring your chest a little closer to your thighs. Let your head dangle. So, those of you who are going to do the warrior series in a chair, go ahead and come up and sit into your chair with your left butt cheek on it. The rest of you are going to take your left leg and inhale it up to the ceiling. Exhale it to the floor behind your hand, between your hands. Let it come to the floor and then bring yourself up into warrior one. So your right leg is behind you. Your left knee is bent. Your arms are looking straight up towards the sky and your gaze is between them. So if you're sitting in the chair, your left cheek is on, your right leg is behind you. That knee can be bent. As long as your knee is behind your hip, you're getting the stretch that we're looking for. If you're standing, try to deepen the bend in that left knee, if that feels good to you. Look up in between your hands and gently arch back a little bit. Squeeze that right leg straight. Lengthen and breathe. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, take your right arm behind you. Look forward over your left arm. Now turn your palms to face the ceiling. Try to keep the creases of your elbows up and just turn your hands down. All that does is lock your arms into a safe and stable position. Reach in opposite directions with your fingers. If you can deepen the bend in your left knee, do it. If not, just stay where you are. Bring your focus to the strength of your pose, to the depth of your breath. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, take your right hand back, take your left arm up. Looking up to your left arm if that doesn't bother your neck. Breathe into that left rib cage. Lengthen your arm as you inhale, reach up. As you exhale, take your left elbow to your left knee. Take your right arm up and over. So you're trying to get your chest to face the wall in front of you, not the floor. You're lengthening through your fingertips through the toes and feel that stretch to that rib cage. Breathe. Deep inhales. As you exhale, take it back to warrior two. Look forward over your left arm, the creases of your elbows up, the palms facing down. Take your right arm forward and back to warrior one. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, bring your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, reach your chest up. Exhale, fold forward over your left knee. Breathe. You can stay here, or with an exhale, raise your arms up off your hips and breathe. Lower your arms back to your hips. Take yourself back to warrior one. Bring your hands to heart center and then step your right foot forward to meet your left. We're going to take the sun salutation to the opposite side. So start moving your chair out of the way if you're doing the chair. Toes are pointed straight ahead and spread just lightly underneath of your knees, which are underneath of your hips. As you inhale, your belly fills with air. Let your arms rise up and arch back. As you exhale, gently fold forward. Knees bent or straight, that's your call. Your fingertips touch the floor. You're out of air. Inhale, lift your head and shoulders. Lengthen as if you're trying to touch the wall in front of you with the top of your head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step or jump back into plank. Creases of your elbows turn forward for stability. Exhale to the floor. Elbows right up against your rib cage. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Push down into the floor, look up to the sky, and breathe. Take it back to the floor and back to down dog. Breathe. Push those in the back of your knees to the wall behind you. Let your head relax, let your neck relax. If you're going to do the warrior series on the opposite side, just go ahead and come up into your chair. We're going to inhale your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring your right foot between your hands, and then step up into your warrior one. Bringing your arms to the sky if that suits you. The left leg is out behind you and straight. Squeeze that left leg. If it's in a chair, you can have it bent and just have the knee behind the hip. Look up between your hands and breathe. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, take it to warrior two. Try to deepen that bend in your knee. If you're standing, turn the palms of your hands up. Then try to keep the creases of your elbows turned up and just turn your hands down. Reach in opposite directions with your finger. Feel that stretch. Take a really deep inhale to your belly, and with an exhale, your left hand comes back, your right arm floats up to the sky. Look up to your arm if it doesn't bother your neck. Feel the opening in your right rib cage as you take a deep inhale to it. As you exhale, right elbow to right knee, left arm up and over, turning your chest to face the wall in front of you. Feel that stretch between your fingertips and your little toe where it's planted into the floor, and breathe. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, take it back to warrior two, creases of your elbows up, palms facing down. Take it back to warrior one, both arms to the ceiling. Lengthen with an inhale. As you exhale, bring your arms down and behind you. Interlace your fingertips. And then inhale, lift your chin and your chest to the sky, arching back. Exhale, bringing your chest forward over your right leg. Stay here. With an exhale, lift your arms from your from your hips, sorry. And then slowly drop those arms back down to your hip. Take it back to warrior one. Bring your hands to heart center. Step your left foot forward to meet your right, bringing yourself up into a standing pose. So we're going to do a little balance work here. If you have the chair, that's perfectly fine. You can use that. Make sure if you're using something for balance that it is anchored, that if you start to fall, it's not going to fall with you. That chair wouldn't do much for me. So we're going to go into tree pose. Babe, why don't you take a couple steps back so they can see your pretty face. So the palms are gently pressing into your hands. I don't know what I just said, but it wasn't right. Your hands are gently pressing into each other, the palms together. Spread the toes of your left foot out. So that's your base of support. As you inhale, lift your right knee. So you're not trying to raise your right hip. If you look at your hips, you put your hands on them, you don't want to find one way up in the air. They should be level. Feel the strength of your left leg as you're standing on it. Take your right leg out to the side and then plant your tree. You can plant it on the inside of your thigh, the inside of your calf, or even bring it down so that your big toe is resting right on the floor. This isn't about falling down. This is about finding a place of stillness in balance. So I don't care where your foot is, it's perfectly fine. But if you have it on the inside of your thigh or the inside of your calf, make sure that you're gently pushing your left leg into your right foot. That protects the knee. If you don't do that, you're going to end up with a tear of your medial or lateral collateral ligaments. That's no fun before Thanksgiving. So pressing gently into your hands, take your arms to the ceiling, shoulder blades down and away from your ears. And then open up your arms like branches, palms facing up, shoulder blades gently together, chest lifted and proud. Drop your right arm down and lift your left arm up, stretching through the fingertips all the way to the floor. Feel yourself rooted. And then take the right arm up, drop the left arm down. It helps to keep your eyes on one spot. Bring both arms up. Palms pressed together as you bring them down to your chest. Take that leg off and bring it forward. Pull the toes back and reach the heel forward. Stay right here. Drop your foot to the floor or take it to warrior three. It helps to have a wall behind you to put your foot on, as I am doing. And then gently bring your hands back to your chest. Bring your right foot back down to the floor next to your left. And find your balance. Find your balance with both feet planted firmly on the floor. That's not always that easy to do either. So your hands are gently pressed into your chest. We're going to do the same on the other side. So spread the toes of your right foot out and put your toes down. Create a strong base. As you inhale, lift your left knee, not your left hip. So try to keep your left hip down. Take your leg out to the side and then plant your tree wherever you find it. Try to push that left knee to the wall behind you. Gently pushing your right leg into your left foot for stability. Inhaling your arms to the ceiling, shoulder blades down your back. Spread your arms open wide like branches. Drop your right arm, lift your left. Lengthen through that left side of your body. Feel the strength of this pose. Take your right arm up, drop your left arm down. Bring both arms up, palms meet, pressing into each other as you bring them back down to your chest. Slowly releasing that left leg forward, pull the toes back, reach the heel forward. Stay right there. Put the left foot next to the right on the ground or take it back to a warrior three. And then slowly bring your hands to heart center. Bring your left foot down next to your right. And find your balance with both these feet planted. We're going to take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, just separate your feet a little bit wider so they're right underneath of your hips. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling, the palms gently pressing into each other. Lift up onto your toes, lifting the heels from the ground. Feel the strength in your legs. Gently bring your hands down to heart center. Stay up on your toes. Now we're going to come down to the floor, but you don't have to do it this way. You can just go to the floor. Leave your heels up off the ground if you can. Try to lower by slowly bending your knees. Lift your heels. Keep the heels up. Keep your knees from coming together or spreading apart. Once you're down, bring your hands to the floor. Shoot your legs out in front. And slowly lower to the ground. Brilliant. Toes pulled back. Bring your hands to either side. Gently push down on the floor, lifting your hips from the floor. Slowly lowering them back down. Bringing yourself back into that easy seated position. We're going to check back in with that alternate nostril breathing one more time. So I told you how that breathing affects your central nervous or your immunity. It also affects your central nervous system. So there's a nerve called the vagus nerve, and it has a response in your breath, in your body, of lowering blood pressure, of releasing tensions. But it also helps to fully oxygenate your blood. Sometimes the people I see in my clinic are in pain because they're breathing really shallowly just from their chest. When you only fill your lungs to a third of their capacity, that's all the oxygen that gets into the blood, which is delivered to the muscles. So sometimes the stiffness, the achiness, is due to your muscles saying, I'm not getting enough oxygen. So extend your right arm. First finger and thumb out. Gently bring them in. You're covering your right nostril with your right thumb. You're inhaling, lengthening your spine through the left nostril, and then cover that left nostril. Release the right and slowly let the air come out of the right nostril. Inhale through the right, bringing all your awareness to the sensation of that breath. Cover the right, let the air drain out the left. Inhale through the left. Feel that air as it enters the bottom of your lungs. Cover the left nostril. Release the right and slowly exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Cover the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Cover the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Cover the right. Exhale through the left. One more round. Inhaling through the left. Covering the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhale through the right. Cover the right and exhale through the left. Releasing your hands, the backs of them resting on your knees. Bringing your awareness to the fullness of your breath through both nostrils. Exhaling slowly. So we're going to make your way to the floor in whatever way feels good for you. So slowly bringing yourself down to the floor. We're going to do a shoulder stand here. If shoulder stand is not in your practice, that's perfectly fine. You can do just a bridge, just having your knees bent, lifting your bottom from the floor in a regular bridge. So if you're doing the bridge, just make sure that your feet are straight ahead of you, your knees are in line with your hips. You can actually use your elbows to push down the floor and help you lift your hips from the ground. That's perfectly fine. Hold that bridge for whatever amount of time feels good for you. Or if you're doing the shoulder stand, you're going to pull your knees into your chest. You're going to push down into your hands to lift your legs up in the air. You're going to use your hands to hold onto your hip bones, bearing your weight through your elbows and your shoulder. So this should not hurt your neck at all. Inversion poses are really, really good, especially for helping you sleep at night. So if you find yourself restless, just jump on the floor and do a shoulder stand. Breathe. If that all bothers your neck, come out of it immediately. Always find the expression of a pose that you can hold with ease. If you're doing the bridge, just lower yourself at any time, take a small rest, and then bring yourself back up. If you're in the shoulder stand, let your legs spread out in the letter V. Circle your ankles in one direction, then circle your ankles in the opposite direction. Gently point your toes towards the ceiling, bring your legs back and together. Stay here or let your right leg drop back and over your head as if you're trying to touch the floor behind you. The left leg pointed straight up, the toes reaching for the sky. Bring that right leg back up to meet the left. Stay right here or drop your left leg back and over your head as if you're reaching for the floor behind you. Lift that right leg, pull the toes up towards the sky. Bring your left leg back to meet your right. Stay right here or drop both legs back and over your head. No struggles, no strains. Then slowly bring them back up. If you're in the shoulder stand, come out of it whatever way you'd like. If you'd like to work on strength, then slowly let your arms come to the floor. Slowly drop one vertebra at a time to the floor. When your spine is on the floor, keeping your legs straight, lower them slowly to the floor. If you have a bad back, just bend your knees. It helps take a lot of the pressure off. And then we're going to prepare for final relaxation. Whatever that looks like for you, the position is a comfortable one. So you can have a small pillow underneath of your knees. You can put a pillow underneath of your head or a block underneath of your head to keep your neck in a neutral position with your chin pointing down towards your chest. So we're going to stay with the breath awareness for our final relaxation. We're going to take 10 deep inhales and slow exhales, but what I'd like you to do is slowly count backwards each exhale to yourself. Starting with 10 and ending with 0. If you lose your count, just start again. Bring your awareness to the sensations of the breath as they enter and exit for the next 10 breath cycles. And then I'm going to ask you to shift your attention to a thought. Bring to mind a thought of gratitude. Gratitude for a person in your life who has brought you gifts. Maybe a person that you totally agree with and they just laugh together and everything goes well and smoothly. It may be a person that you don't. You don't connect with or understand their ideology or their beliefs, but perhaps they brought you the gift of active listening. Perhaps they brought you the gift of respect. Perhaps they brought you the gift of walking away from your life because they never belonged there in the first place. Whatever gift you found, hold it in your mind's eye for a moment. You can still learn to thank the person that doesn't bring you everything you want. Perhaps they showed you what it is you don't need. You can always thank the person that you connect with. Keep that person in mind and then just feel your body in gratitude. Just feel the way your body feels now without labels or wondering if you're doing it right. Hold someone in gratitude, the thought of them. Feel your body. And then release your person, release your thought of gratitude and let your mind come to stillness. Any thought or distraction that enters, let it be noticed. Don't give it a story. Don't give it attachment. Become the observer of your mind. And breathe. Each time your mind becomes distracted, just gently bring it back to stillness. Make a choice. And then we'll slowly start to bring your awareness back to your body by just wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, feeling the joints as they move. Spread your toes apart, spread your fingers apart, and feel the space between your fingers, space between your toes. Curl your fingers into a fist, squeeze, curl your toes under and squeeze, and feel the skin as it stretches over your knuckles, as it stretches over the tops of your feet. And then let your feet and your hands just relax. Take a deep inhale to the bottom of your lungs. Let your arms float up to the ceiling. As you exhale, let your arms float to the floor behind you. As you inhale, reach back with your fingertips. Reach forward with the heels of your hand and feel that stretch along the length of your body. As you exhale, draw your knees to your chest. Let your arms float down to wrap around your knees. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, lift your head and shoulders from the ground, bringing your forehead towards your knees. Curl up into a tight ball. As you exhale, lower your head and your shoulders back to the floor. Gently begin to rock from side to side. Just using your floor to bring awareness to the muscles around your spine. And then when you're ready, roll onto your right side, lying in a fetal position. Make your hands into a pillow to support the head, or slide a pillow or a block underneath of it so your neck is in a neutral position. Bring awareness to one more breath. And then when you're ready, push yourself up to an easy seated position. Easy seated position is anyone where your spine is at ease in sitting. Sit on a chair, sit on a pillow, just sit in cross-legged, easy seated position. Bring your awareness to the weight of your body on the floor. Let the backs of your hands rest gently on the tops of your knees. If you'd like, you can bring your thumb and your first finger together, making a small circle, a mudra. Bring your awareness to your breath as it enters your lungs. Lengthen your spine. Create space, reaching the top of your head towards the sky. As you exhale, see if you can hold that tall and lengthened posture with ease. Take another deep inhale. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, let the palms of your hands come together in a prayer position at the center of your chest. Let your chin drop down. You guys have done a wonderful job once again. Namaste, and have a wonderful day. I want to thank you guys all for coming each week. Again, we have a charity that we sponsor once a week. If it's within your means to make a donation, please do. This week's charity is the First Responders Children's Foundation. It's to help families of the first responders that have been stricken with financial worries or fears because of their time helping us all out at this time of COVID. So if you have it within your means to make a donation to them, that would be awesome. If not, please accept this class without any worries from Chris, myself, and Lola as our gift. You can share this class with anyone you like. It's always free. It's here on this Facebook page to be viewed anytime you like. It's also on my new web page, which I put in the description. It's body-guru.com. I also put the address of my YouTube channel. There's yoga classes there. There's back stretching videos. There's shoulder stretching videos. There's reviews of products that I like and suggest to my patients. I'd appreciate it if you went and checked it out and subscribed. If you're interested, there's a little bell-like feature next to the subscribe button. If you press that bell, you get notified whenever I put new content up there. So please share this class as our gift. Thank you for your donations, and we hope to see you next week. Namaste, and have a great day.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Lola. Have a great week.